Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an Articuno Unite League match. Tonight we got Things Gaming versus Abyss Order. Matches will start up shortly. They have the go-ahead from both teams. Let's get it started. Moving on to the week 2. Let's see how these bands play out. Looks like the first choice for Abyss Order will go towards Decidueye as the first ban. That is an interesting choice. Followed by a Miraidon from Things Gaming. Next is Comfy. These are target bans if I've ever seen them. Then we got Mega Gyarados, always a strong pick. Then we got Mega Luca and then Chansey. Sorry, Blissey. First pick will go to Big Man Blastoise on Abyss Order. Always a strong pick, a very powerful defender, can control a lot of space and team fights. Thanks Gaming responding with defenders of their own in Umbreon and Vaporeon. Looks like they're going to serve as defenders and healers for the team, with Wish and Aqua Ring. Followed by a Mega Charizard Y and a Wigglytuff from Abyss Order. Countered by a Greedent and then potentially Raichu. A lot of defenders already for Things Gaming. What are these guys up to? Last two picks coming in for Abyss Order. Looks like one of them is going to be Darkrai, and it looks like Alolan Vulpix is trying to finalize on one. Perhaps Mega Mewtwo Y. Yep, that's the pick. And a Darkrai. A pretty balanced composition coming in from Abyss Order. Though on the other hand, for Things Gaming, they are very frontline heavy and they're going to be supported by their DPSs in, looks like, Raichu and Greninja. Final preparations coming in. 40 seconds remaining before the match starts. Well, in terms of raw firepower, I do want to. I want to say for most team fights, it's ideally Things Gaming, but Mega Charizard Y could obviously swing the team fights into their favor. So that's gotta be something they're gonna have to look out for. The added bulk and healing from both of the tanks on Things Gaming should help counteract that somewhat, at least. Oh yeah, this is definitely a protect the person that comp if I've ever seen one. Interesting playstyle. Game 1 about to start right over here. Looks like Greninja's going to be the jungler over here for Things Gaming, and Darkray's going to be the jungler for Abyss Order. Let's see how this top lane plays out. We got Charmander and Jigglypuff versus Greedent and an Eevee that's going to be coming Umbreon soon. Greedent going for stacks early. Well, let's like secure this ball toy. Looks like the secure goes to Charmander. Over here at bottom lane, both teams are just doing a gentleman's and farming their farm on their side of the map. Though they're going to contest for this 915 one popping up right here. And it goes to Thanks Gaming. And Vaporeon. They got a Vaporeon early. Looks like they're about to get an Umbreon soon. He's a little underleveled if he gets that piece of farm all by himself. And yep, they recognized it. Both junglers are up here. Back Greninja versus Darkrai. Let's see how this top lane plays out. There's the main look, trapping Jigglypuff. Can he get a kill here? Oh, Greedent was a little too overzealous, and now Wigglytuff evolved. Might not be able to get any cleanups here. There's just Greninja. There's not enough damage, and there's a KO on Umbreon. And over here in bottom lane, it's pretty much a stalemate, though I would say Abyss Order has the lead. They both have level 5 bonds already. Both teams returning to neutral. And in 15 seconds, Regidrago's going to spawn. Looking forward to how both these teams play this out. There's another mean look. That should be a KO'd bond somewhere, but it looks like Greedent's more interested in storing getting them stacks in. Regidrago spawn here, and then we have Wartortle giving vision for his team. There's Greninja there. There's that damage. Who can secure it, though? Ends Vaporeon with Muddy Water. And then he got mean looked. Oh, that should be a KO'd Mewtwo. Can't quite get away. Thanks Gaming taking the first definitive leave of this set. So far, so good. 97-18. Over here at the top, we have Greedent here doing what he can to prevent scores. Getting back to by his team. He's just got to hold the line a little longer, but he can. His health is too low. Don't have quite enough to break it, but they're more interested in farm. Backup has arrived. Now it's a 4v3. Abyss Order were forced to retreat. That's 2 KOs right there. On their front line, no less. There's another mean look. They're not going for the KO, but they're going for farm and scores. Raichu's taking down the Regieleki over here up top. Darkrai has his hands full trying to take down this Umbreon who's just too bulky. Regieleki getting massive damage on Abyss Order. Yep, there's the KO on Wigglytuff, and that's a broken pad. Thanks Gaming furthering their lead, 179-63. Greedent's got to get away, but he's definitely equipped to do so. Look at that little guy go. More fun for Abyss Order. Sorry, for Thanks Gaming over here in the center. They're just cleaning it all up. Looks like Abyss Order might make a play for top. King has been made. Charizard looking for some picks and some vision. We got the damage reduction here for the Wish. He's moving on into Darkrai, but he's going to get ulted. Couldn't quite finish it off, and that's just Umbreon all by himself in the enemy jungle. He has the XP to get away, but can he actually escape? Looks like he will. Yeah, Raichu lying in wait for backup. There's another mean look. No one quite to follow up, but he's going to be using it to escape. Oh, he's initiating with his ult. Raichu laying plenty of support fire. There goes Mewtwo Y, followed by Charizard Y. Darkrai should be next. Yep, there he is. Blastoise on the run. Towards the enemy side. And there it goes. 3 Ps for Raichu. Strong start. Alright, Regieleki's going to spawn here in about 10 seconds, but first, in about 2, is which Reggie? It's going to be Reggie Steel. That's a nice attack buff for whoever gets it. Reading is starting here, but he's not alone. We have Raichu and Umbreon here. An easy, uncontested secure for Reggie to steal. Now we have Greninja shredding down Regieleki, but he's got some company. And there's the the Charizard Y ult. He's gonna have to back up. Blastoise all try to secure the objective and create space. Wigglytuff secures Regieleki. Abyssal is about to make a huge play over at the top pad for Thanksgiving. Just another mean look, but he gets surfed it away. There goes Umbreon. That's another KO. Regieleki breaks it with, I believe, a 3 overcap. There is Greedy making a play, followed by Greninja. Should be able to clean up Wigglytuff. There goes Charizard Y, followed by Darkrai. And then Mewtwo Y, he gets it secure. Looks like Abyssal is going to have to back up and give up this Regidrago. So far, we have Thanksgiving running away with it, 290 to 83. But it's not over yet. There's plenty of farm out for everybody. Winding down close to the Kyogre fight at the 2-minute mark. We have Greedent being a pesky defender, getting vision and trying to secure farm however he can. He's caught, but I don't think he's out. Never mind. There he goes. Looks like both teams want to make a play for this objective coming in about 20 seconds. They have Mewtwo Y bush checking, but no one is there. No one's home. No farm on the map except these top. Except these top Bs. In about 5 seconds, which Regis will spawn for the final time. And it's Reggie Ice, health regen. A quick and easy secure for Thanksgiving. We're approaching the 220 mark. Both teams have got to be thinking, oh, what's the play here for Kyogre? How they're going to handle it. It looks like Mewtwo Y's looking for a back cap and providing vision while he's there. Abyssal should be able to get a easy secure on Regieleki. It's the plan for Regieleki to walk in so Mewtwo Y can get a bigger overcap, or a bigger score at least. That seems to be the play. Not making a move yet. Oh, Wigglytuff's getting some vision. Raichu's ripping it, so they have to make a move. Big team fight, big ults everywhere. Look at all those combos, but so many people are low, including Charizard Y. There he goes. There goes Darkrai. Darkrai doesn't want to ult the Umbreon. That's a fruitless venture. If Mewtwo Y scoping the top lane, but he might be able to secure. That's really hard for that character. And there's secure by Greninja. Thanksgiving marching over to the top pad. Can Abyss Order hold? It's going to be tough. Score is 290 to 199. This is anyone's games right now. There's about a minute left of gameplay. We have Darkrai way in the back being pestered by both defenders. They're keeping an eye on him. We have Raichu in the bush waiting to make a move. Uh-oh, we got Darkrai potentially going to back cap at the bottom. He's free to do so, and there's no one there. Thanks game should be able to see that, but they have to make a move now. They no longer going to have the lead. There goes Wigglytuff, and there goes Blastoise, followed by Mewtwo Y. Oh, they basically traded. The advantage is now moot. There goes Charizard Y. Yeah, Darkrai's not going to be able to score enough to make up the difference. That should be your game one. This order, 828. Sorry, Thanksgiving to 820 with 828 to Abyss orders 323. Final score 9-10 to 337. Thanks Gaming takes game one. Well, let's see these numbers. We got Raichu as the MVP. Makes sense. He was one of the main damage dealers. 9 KOs, 17 assists. Handsome stats. 89 overall rating. Let's see this battle data. Oh yeah, that's a lot of healing on the tanks. That's what they're there for. Thanks Gaming, obviously with the bulkier comp and with firepower of their own. We have Abyss Order here. Added a balanced team, but balance can only take you so far. You gotta be good at something to win games. Let's see how they counteract this pick coming into game 2. Game 2 will resume shortly. We're just going to understand who wants to have first pick. Abyss Order electing to take the second pick here this time around. Let's see what they pick. It'll be interesting to see what they ban. This is definitely a Protect the President composition. I'd imagine to really neutralize this comp. They have a lot of bulky defenders with movement and sustain and heals. I'd imagine some bans for Abyss Order would be not so much a Gradient ban, but an Umbreon and Vaporeon ban. Or heck, they can even ban all three. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I go with the bans to see how deep their Mon pool actually goes. But we'll find out soon enough. Looks like both teams are ready, and we're going to start it off. Thanksgiving going along with the Miraidon ban, followed by a Comfy ban for Abyss Order. Next we got Mega Gyarados. Then we have Blastoise. Followed by Mega Lucario. And the last ban goes to Comfy. Or sorry, Blissey. Thanksgiving going for the Fable pick. Oh, actually, Vaporeon is the one. Abyss Order's taking Umbreon for themselves. Good choice. Actually, no, not quite. We're gonna go with Blissey and Umbreon. Okay, there it is. Well, they're taking those healing monsters for themselves. How will Thanksgiving protect the president this time? Still have the green pick. With Mr. Mime this time around. This order is definitely going to need some firepower of their own if they want to punch through all that bulky frontline Thanksgiving has in spades. Looks like they're going to use Mewtwo X and Raichu to do so. Now we have Thanksgiving going with some attackers to support their front line in Decidueye and perhaps Venusaur. Yep, and the final pick goes to Abyss Order, and the final pick is going to be... Speedster in Zoroark. They're going straight. He's going straight for that back line. Good choice. We have final preparations here. 35 seconds to go. Games are about to start. Let's see how these earning Landy phases plays out. We have Decidueye being the jungler for Thanksgiving and Zoroark being the jungler for Disorder. Over here at the bottom lane, we got Venusaur and Vaporeon versus Raichu and Umbreon. First secure, and it kind of actually balances out one each. Over here at the top lane, we have Mewtwo X trying to hold the line, being highly pressured by Mr. Mime and Greedent. Doing whatever it takes to get those stacks in. Looks like the Decidueye has finished farming. He's going to join his team on the top lane. Zoroark is looks like he's going to follow suit himself. A lot of good damage down on the fairy. There it goes. Zoroark is here, lying in wait, getting all the information he can. Looks like he has enough information. Those two picks right there. Big damage on... Uh-oh. Big damage on Zoroark. He's got to bounce. He's just trying to get some points in for a life sustain. Getting that berry, but now he has to get out. He's going to get stuck right there. That should be it for Mewtwo, but during the extraction, his team gets a secure. Over here at bottom, still have a Bulbasaur. Hopefully he can become an Ivysaur pretty soon. Vaporeon should be done. There it is. Pichu didn't evolve from that. Interesting. It's holding on to 30 points. He can't quite score with that. Yep, there it is. Uh-oh. There's that mean look. He can score with that. Now, Raichu that's almost level 6. From 4 to 6. Big points here with 30. This order taking the big first lead, 20-51. Reggie Drago's about to spawn here. It looks like Mr. Mime's on it first, followed by Decidueye. But not far behind him is Zoroark and Clefairy. There's a secure with the Muddy Water. Oh, Zoroark is playing risky and loose. There's that damage. Mr. Mime's about to go down, but he's playing with his team. He doesn't mind. There's those walls. Jesse's able to secure one Razor Leaf. That damage is adding up very, very quick. Uh-oh, Jesse's in danger here. Don't want to back him up. Getting his damage in. There's those Ivysaur with the support here. That should be a double KO here. All he gets is the KO on the Vaporeon. Mewtwo here being stuck in place in the Sludge Bomb. That should be it for Mewtwo. That is a KO from Mr. Mime. Both teams holding it down. It's relatively even. Looks like Venusaur is going to initiate here. Yep. Zoroark goes down by Decidueye. This precedent is very well protected. Looks like Abyssor is willing to give up this pad. I kind of agree with them. They can't really stop him here. Pad goes down, but farm comes up. And it looks like Thanksgiving wants a piece of those farms. More scores over here at the bottom lane. That's a lot of points they're giving up. But conversely, we have top lane getting points of their own in. Not quite broken, but that's A-okay here. Farm gets to remain in a neutral position up here at top. We have Abyss Order starting out on the objective. We're going to need a body block from Desi. Or Umbreon for the Desi ult. Look how bulky Thanksgiving is. No one can get to this Desi. 3 KOs for Decidueye. Not bad. Alright, both teams have lost 1 pad apiece, but it is Thanksgiving pulling ahead in points here, 250-139. Both teams returning to neutral, getting farm up. And look who it is. It's the landlord. It's Greedent. Where's his farm? Looks like he's going to be coming back later. Oh, there's the mean look. I don't think they're going to be able to KO him yet. They're using up a lot of buttons on Greedent, and that's when Decidueye comes in with its abundance of his own, uncontested. Mewtwo X is under low. It can't have enough damage to take down the Desi. The Mega Meter takes too long to build. It takes 8 hits, and that's way too much time. There comes the Vaporeon. I'll take it down. Zoroark. Raichu might follow. Oh, it's backing up. Securing the farm here at the bottom. Raichu's doing what he can to secure whatever farm it can. There goes Clefable. Thanksgiving now turning their attention to Reggie Steel over here. Uncontested once again. These guys definitely have the level lead, and it's only at around 430, and the Decidueye's level 13. And moving on up, onto their next victim, the top pad. They've been eyeing on it for a while now. There goes a bush checking from Venusaur. Looks like the entire teams of Abyss Orders are waiting on the pad. They're branching out. There's that Solar Beam getting a lot of entry damage. A Green following up. Uncontested. There goes the Venusaur ult, followed by the Decidueye ult. That's big damage. Looks like they gotta let Regieleki break that for free. They shouldn't be there to contest that. Yep. There it is. Oof. And once again, Thanksgiving taking off the lifeblood of the team, their farm. The level gap keeps widening. After this, Isamax are going to go to a Regidrago with Green here collecting its rent. Oh boy. That should be a... Oh, Decidueye doesn't go down. That's just too much damage. Oh! We'll take that trade. Raichu goes from about 12 to now 13. We'll take that trade. We're kind of at the point where we got to take what you can get. But nonetheless, overall, Thanksgiving wins that trade. Now they're overtaking their sights to Reggie Drago. Level 14 Decidueye. That's going to be tough to beat. It's even going to be tough to get in on. That's going to be the key to winning this game. Last objective before the main objective is going to spawn in about 10 seconds is going to be a Reggie between Rock, Steel, and Ice. We're going to find out soon. Meanwhile, Abyss Order's making a play for on top to get some farm and some scores in. Makes sense. You gotta be as prepared as you can for the Kyogre fight. But do we wait for the 2-minute mark to get more points in? I would think so. Well, looks like he wants the points and levels now. Positioning to the center area is going to go to Abyss Order. We have Raichu setting up Electro Balls and traps on their side of the map. We have Venusaur bush checking. No responses yet. We got a mean look on Greedent, but that's not really going to stop him here. If the Decidueye ulting wherever it can, Mewtwo X is taking so much damage. It almost goes down. There goes the Mewtwo X ult. What kind of follow-up can he get? He's not going to be able to get in. He got stuck again by the Sludge Bomb. There goes the Venusaur ult, and then followed by a Umbreon ult. Raichu's all by itself against the Greedent, but over here, teammates are going down. There goes Zoroark. There goes now... Oh no, everyone's going down. That's everybody. That is a team wipe. They just couldn't get to that level 15 Decidueye. He hurts. Here comes Mewtwo, and Mewtwo's coming in first. Uh-oh. I wouldn't have done that. There goes their healer. They're going to have to fight a 4v5 once again. And Decidueye is doing major damage, followed by a Solar Beam Venusaur. They can't get in there. And that's another wipe right there. There goes Raichu down once again. Man, this game is a wrap, folks. Looks like Thanksgiving is going to take game 2 as well. This is just rude. The game's already over, folks. Oh, damage farm is damage farm, I suppose. Let's see this final score here. It won't be pretty. At least for Abyss Order. Oof. 757 to 226. Thanksgiving wins game 2 with a 24 KO and 13 assists by Decidueye. The main damage dealer for the team. 89 overall rating with a 221,000 damage. Get down, Mr. President. Uh-oh. That's not good for Abyss Order. They are in the red going into the game 3. They don't think of something fast. This is going to be their last game of the set. But they might figure it out. We gotta wait and see. But it's not looking good. Game 3 will start momentarily. Yeah, it looks like Abyssor is going to have a lot to consider coming into this game 3. What do they even ban? What's the game plan here? There's a lot to consider. First things first, there is the front line that is Thanks Gaming. A lot of buttons and resources are being spent on the front line, and then the back line has even less to worry about. They are wolf packing very hard, which is what you should be doing. You have Thanks Gaming showing up and showing out with the Protect the President comp. A very good showing here today. Looks like they're trying to wrap up this set nice and quick coming into game 3. They must be feeling good for sure. Though I wonder, will they try something new that they have a lead to work with, or will they just double down with the comp that they've been using? As a Abyss Order, you got to think to yourself, they have got to get rid of that Vaporeon and that Greedent. They're just way too effective on the battlefield right now. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Alright, looks like Abyss Order will elect to take first pick. Someone left. Alright, gotta figure that one out. Both teams ready, moving into game 3. All right, let's see these bands. Right on, once again, followed with Comfy. And they really don't like Comfy. I mean, who does? Let's be honest. There's a Vaporeon ban. Hey, be honest. Ban that Greedent. Alright, there's the Blissey ban. First pick going to rocking out of Abyss Order. I do agree with that first pick. Take away these problem childs. Gonna have Thanksgiving taking Mewtwo X. Powerful first choice, followed by Blastoise, an even more powerful choice. Next two picks over here. Snorlax and Metagross, it looks like. Oh, actually, Decidueye There we go. Now these guys are playing draft. Let's see how versed your Monpool actually is. We got a Suicune and Venusaur, man. A lot of powerful mons being chosen by Thanksgiving. Looks like they're locking in Alolan Ninetales and Buzzwole. Well, due to the bans and picks from Abyss Order, it looks like Thanksgiving's going to have to use a more traditional composition. But there's nothing wrong with the comp that they picked. It's actually pretty strong. Pretty balanced on both sides, actually. I must admit, I do like the Buzzwole pick to kind of counteract what that Blastoise will be doing. It's going to be important. Blastoise is one of the main ways Thanksgiving is going to be able to control space. Moving on to game 3, and potentially the last game if Abyss Order doesn't make some serious adjustments. But they at least started out. Those bans and picks are a good way to start. Alright, game 3 begins. We're going to be having Greninja's Thanksgiving's jungler, followed by Decidueye as Abyss Order's jungler. Moving on to the bottom lane, we got someone being very sneaky. We'll see how it plays out. Over here at the top lane, we have Buzzwole getting the first secure. He's taking a lot of damage, though. Looks like they're going to be able to get out with their lives. Over here we have Snorlax invading. He looks like he was able to get not a piece of farm just yet. Over here at bottom we got Vulpix just staying to safe farm. Here comes Snorlax over here. Pestering. No one's peeling back for him. He's just going to have to take the 1v. And he misses the secure. He's in trouble. Oh, there he goes. No stopping him. Render's not level 5 yet. This is actually the time for Abyss Order to move in. Buzzwole is going to go down, though, and that's the levels Greninja needed. Up. Game state's being flipped on its head. It should be an easy clear over here for Thanksgiving. Squirtle creating space. Oh, he's gonna water gun him in. Excellent play. He had a job to do and he didn't leave. I like it. Goes, oh, Buzzwole gets the berry in time. A lot of going down here in top lane, and they win it. And all the farm. Down here at bottom, it is pretty much stabilizing. Everyone has their levels. Granted, Snorlax is a little behind, and he's getting counter-invaded. Well, you reap what you sow, I suppose. But he is in trouble. He moved into the Suicune. Whirlpool with the Ice Beam. Looks like he's going to be able to get out. Wait, uh-oh. There's Umbra, and he got mean looked. There's no escaping this time. There's the boosted. Venusaur start picking up and then just rotating into the jungle to keep his levels up and to keep pace. They have Ninetales all by itself over at Regidrago, followed by Buswell. Should be able to secure it. There's that secure from Buswell. I believe that's the Mega Punch. And Blastoise trying to get a Surf in. Decidueye anticipates that and gets a score, and it becomes level 7. It's evolved. Uh-oh. There's the 1v1 between the two junglers. And there was a trade, basically. This is a lot scrappier. There goes Umbreon. All that's left is, well, Snorlax. Still preventing the secures. About to get frozen here. Blastoise gets a score of 19 points and Surfing is on the way out. Suicune goes down. And that's half that team's front line. Blastoise trying to get Surf people in. There's the block. Snorlax is truly online now. Greninja's just ripping away with a Venusaur secure ready. There it is, Solar Beam. Regice gets secured. Greninja gets grabbed by Buswell. Uh-oh. That's a lot of damage. Snorlax goes down. Doesn't look like Abyssal is able to mount any more of an offense. I remember down. Ninetales is getting very nice and prepared, but he's gonna have company very soon. We have Blastoise with an ult. Will he secure with that ult, though? Looks like he's gonna try. Up. This is the secure. Is what it is. Backing up back to neutral. Yep, he got mean looked. Ult? There it is. Maybe I gotta pick an Umbreon. Ninetales should follow suit. Yep, there it is. Blastoise is not giving up. And getting pulled in. Big score here, 36 over for Thanksgiving, 130 to 78. Yeah, Buzz will secure some farm. He needs to be level 9 soon, but he is on good pace. So is Suicune, reaching its level 9. And then there's Buzzwole. You two moving in. Mega evolving. Oh, not quite yet. Alright, Buzzwole goes down. He's the only one defending that pad. Or farm for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, sorry. We have Abyss Order here regrouping. Looks like they're going to make a push for top lane. There's that Whirlpool Ice Beam. Nice entry damage from Decidueye. Now he's followed by an ult. Umbreon should go down here. Blastoise ulting Decidueye, but he was still in his ult, so he couldn't move anywhere. But he got caught up by Blastoise and Greninja. Blastoise was trying to make up for it, but can't get the kill. There's the Solar Beam. And there goes Blastoise. He's overextending there. But he created a lot of space for his team. Greninja should be able to secure this Regirock over here by itself. Followed by Mewtwo and Venusaur securing some form on Abyss Order side. There's that Solar Beam again. A lot of entry damage here. Yeah, Thanksgiving has all of its pads here. Well, they have all their pads. They're going to have to compete for far more often, but it looks like they're okay with that. Greninja taking down another objective very quickly. This time it's Regieleki. Will they make a play for bottom lane? Looks like it. All 5 of Thanksgiving's in attendance. Mewtwo teleporting into that ambush there. There goes Mewtwo X. Followed by Suicune ult. Oh, Buzzwole misses the combo. There goes Bustle. He's going down, but there goes Greninja being sniped. Blastoise is all. He's going to do a surf combo. He surfs Umbreon. No, not enough damage follow-up. Venusaur was on cooldown, but he does get the Soul Beam and secures the kill. Looks like both teams traded members, and the level gaps are stabilizing. Bustle's hitting that a lot and taking a lot of entry damage for it. Interesting choice from the Suicune. Looks like he just wanted to get back to the other side. Actually, he probably wanted to charge his ult now that I'm thinking about it. Smart choice, actually. Every time you get KO'd, I believe your ult charges by 10%. Yeah, looks like Abyss Order stabilizing, trying to get some farm. It's 219 and Kyogre is about to spawn. Thanks Gaming's taking this time to get some free position, but they got to bush check first. Blastoise's doing his job. Oh yeah. They control all that bottom half. Oh, Abyss Order's got to make the first move. Snorlax is scouting out. 20 seconds and not much has happened. Just both teams are filling each other out. Something's about to break soon. They got pulled in by Mewtwo. Venusaur's getting more energy damage with Solar Beam. Uh-oh. Ults are flying now. The move has been made. There goes Decidueye. Getting caught out by Greninja. More Solar Beams. Ninetales has got to have to back off here. Looks like he's going to have to go for the steal, but there's a Mewtwo right there just waiting for it. Secured by Greninja. Oh, it's not looking good for Abyss Order. Thanks Gaming's almost has victory in sights. They just have to score some goals. There goes the ult on Mewtwo, but that's not enough. His team is there to back him up. Yep. Got taken out by Greninja yet again. That Greninja's been swarmed by... That Greninja's been swarming Decidueye all game. Smothering him. Good stuff here. Not going to be able to stop these goals. That should be it. And if Abyss Order KOs the entirety of Thanks Gaming, they won't have enough to KO, run over, and score. This should be the sets here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like both teams are just trying to have some fun here. And that's it. Winners of this game and this set. Thanks Gaming. Let's see this battle data. 721 to 78. That happened a lot this set. Looks like we have our MVP, Greninja, 182 points, 15 KOs, 11 assists with a 90 overall rating. Excellent stuff. And excellent assists from the team all around. Everyone was doing their part. Everyone was playing off each other as a team should. A well-oiled machine. 96K. That's still a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously not as much as over 200 game as last game, but like, this is pretty damn good. Alright. Good stuff to both teams, especially Thanks Gaming. I'm going to try to see if I can peel over for an interview.
So
Hey, MVP. Glad you made it.
I'd like to think so, yes.
You guys had a very strong set and showing today. Let's talk about how you guys were feeling coming into the set.
We were definitely very surprised because when we were looking back on Abyss Order's Week 1 games, we were expecting a lot more like tank and frontline. So their first draft actually completely caught us by surprise. And I was actually like, we were definitely worried for a bit, but it ended up working out. We were able to pivot just in time, and I think once we figured out their strategy, we were able to effectively handle it.
Yeah, from what I could gather, they had an overall balanced composition. They were just relying on Mega Charizard White to kind of punch through during team fights. But you guys were protecting the president. You guys were bulky
Oh, yeah.
and sustaining. Good stuff. Was this one of the teams you guys one of the team compositions you guys usually work on, or was this something you guys came up with?
Oh no, we have a lot of this. A lot of our team compositions already like completely planned out and thought through. Like we try to make sure that stuff works well together, and we still have some room to pivot. Generally, we want to make sure that any team comp we make has enough tools necessary to beat whatever is in front of them.
I see. You guys had that well planned out, and it showed in Game 3 when they were taking like some picks away. Can we talk about that composition for a moment?
The Gren Blastoise Mewtwo X.
Yes, it's a more of
Yeah.
a balanced composition all around. At least in comparison to the first two comps you guys had.
Yeah, you see, the thing was that, I wanted to go Desi, but then game 1 they banned it. So we're like, hey, great, and then we finally get to pick it game 2, and then game 3 they pick it against us. And
They saw that 200k and they're like, okay, we got to shut that down.
Yeah, they didn't even let me play it game 1, man. They didn't want the Razor Desi to fall.
That was a testament to your might, man. Testament.
But yeah, that one is generally that last one is generally a more well-rounded composition.
Yeah, I see it. I also see you were on top of their Decidueye, almost like you had a grudge. Granted, if you take care of Desi, like that composition kind of like falters, so like it makes sense what you were doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna like, to be fair, if you pick Desi, you're kind of gotta have some way to deal with dive, because I think everyone knows if they see a Desi, you're just gonna dive it every time.
That's just the name of the game.
So I like to think I was just playing them normally. I'd like to think I was just playing against the Desi normally.
Yep, and it shows. Good stuff, you guys. I'll let you guys get back to it. Celebrate however you wish. And thanks for coming through. And thanks for the games. Good showing.
Thanks for casting.
No problem. The VOD will show up on Twitch first, and then I usually export it to my YouTube channel. There is a playlist just for the Articuno Gaming League. So you should be able to find it there. I'll leave a link into the chat that we have. And when it's ready on YouTube, it's going to show up formally. So look forward to that.
All right. We'll probably look back just to make sure we didn't mess up anywhere and make sure we're ready for Friday.
Yep, sounds good. All right, man. Thanks for
Alrighty.
staying by.
Thank you for having me. See ya.
Well, you heard it here, folks. If you ever wanted to rewatch these VODs, there is a playlist on the YouTube channel for it. Links on the Twitch channel. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night.